Hi, I'm Luke Prelitz, and I'm a part of the sales team here at Align Technology Solutions, and I'm joined here with our co-founder, Gar Whaley. Gar, how are you doing today?
Fabulous, Luke. Thanks for asking. What are we talking about?
Well, I'm on the phones every day talking to companies, and they keep on asking me what co-managed IT is. So I thought we would make a quick video on it, and maybe just could you start us off with a definition on co-managed IT, what it is, what it looks like?
Sure, great question. And we do get questions on this all the time. Simply stated, it's when a company has an internal IT team, and for whatever reason, they want to outsource some of their functions and tasks to an external IT team. It's just basically a partnership between an internal IT team and an outsourced provider. Make sense?
That makes perfect sense. You said there's a variety of reasons why companies may look into a co-managed relationship. What are a few examples?
There's three basically, Luke, that I'd share. The first is workload. That's the most obvious. The client has too much work and not enough people, so they outsource that to a third party to help with the workload. Second is another one that might be obvious, which is expertise. The outsourced IT provider may have an expertise in a certain area that the internal IT team doesn't have. An example of that might be compliance or cybersecurity. So expertise would be the second one. The third one I think would be focus. So we have some co-managed IT clients that they want to focus in a specific area, and that's where they want their internal resources and spend to be. So they outsource the other areas to a company like ours, a managed service provider. So again, I think it's workload, expertise, and focus. Those are the main ones.
Understood, understood. And so, as I talk to companies, there are a couple of misconceptions about co-managed IT. One of them is the MSP will replace the internal IT. You want to speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's the first one we always hear. That's not accurate. That goes right along with the MSP will have complete control. Both of those, the MSP will replace the internal IT team or the MSP will have complete control, are at the will of the client. If the client wants us to have complete control in a certain area, like cybersecurity, that may make sense. Then we will. If they want a shared responsibility matrix, that could also make sense. And we're very flexible in the way we deploy that. So either way could work. But generally speaking, it's a partnership, and we're not there to replace the internal IT team. We're there to work with them, a partnership. So both parties benefit by being in partnership with each other. What are some
Some
other common misconceptions that you hear? Sorry to interrupt you.
no, it's exactly what I was going to say. Some people say that it's only for small businesses or businesses that are too large, or you need to have a hefty budget in order to, have a co-managed MSP. You want to speak to that?
Yeah, that's another good one. So I would say that it's right for any size business and any size budget. We can be flexible about how we deploy co-managed IT. So it works. It works in any size and space. We have it in companies. We generally focus on companies that are between 20 and 150 end users. We have some outliers, 1,500, maybe even less than 20. But generally speaking, it will work anywhere. It really depends on what the client need is to how we deploy, which I think maybe we can get to in a minute. The other one that I always hear, I don't know about you, but I always hear it can only deploy as an as needed basis.
Yep.
And that's not true. It can be deployed on an as needed basis, or it can be deployed as a service. And generally, that's the way we deploy co-managed IT, where we are providing a service. That service could be help desk, it could be strategy, it could be compliance, it could be cybersecurity. In fact, at some of our co-managed, not many of them, but some of them, we have a dedicated person on site 3 to 5 days a week, depending on the client. So it's deployed as a service, not as needed. I think that's pretty much it on
The benefits. No, that's a lot of benefits. I'd be more curious about how you would deploy co-managed IT and what that looks like.
yeah. So that's very, very specific to the client. So we can be more tactical, or we can be more strategic, or we can be a little of both. There's no one right size. It really depends on the client. Couple of examples. We have a client that has a CTO and a development team of about 5 developers. And he focuses on managing those developers, and he focuses on IT strategy, and he hands the tactics of the back office down to us. So help desk, systems engineering, network engineering, procurement, onboarding and offboarding of employees, those sort of things. We also have other clients where we invert that, where they might be a company of 50 people. They have one IT person. He's doing mainly the tactics, help desk, systems engineering. We are there for, let's say he goes on vacation or gets sick, systems engineering, network engineering. He might not have an expertise in Cisco routers, Cisco switches, Cisco firewalls. He can escalate there, and we're also providing strategy. So again, it's very situational, depends on the client, and we can be very flexible in the way we deploy co-managed IT.
Awesome. Why would you want to engage in a co-managed IT relationship? What are the benefits?
Yeah, there's quite a few. We've talked about some already. Out of the gate, efficiency and effectiveness. We have systems in place that can benefit an internal IT team, enhance security. We're deploying our security stack across thousands of endpoints, whereas an internal IT team, maybe they have 150. So we're aggregating everything we're doing into our SOC and our NOC. So increased security, cost effectiveness. I think we talked about. It might be more cost effective to hire us as in a co-managed environment than hiring a second, third, fourth employee. Proactive support. This may provide the client with more proactive support rather than having the one, two IT guys. They're always busy. They're always focused. They're always behind. This gives them some added headcount, if you will, to be more proactive about support. Access to expertise. We have some expertise that maybe the internal IT team doesn't have or may be losing. Scalability. Certainly, we can scale faster than trying to go out and hire that third, fourth, fifth internal IT department. And then reduce downtime. We're looking at our systems 24/7, 365. We always have somebody looking at them, whereas your internal employee might have to go on vacation, get sick, etc. So those are the majority of the benefits of co-managed IT.
All right. Well, thanks, Gar. We promised to keep it short, and I think that's a great summary. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I think we did a good job there. I think it's for anybody that has an internal IT team. This could fit. It's very flexible, and it really is situational. We have a lot more information on our website. We have some blogs and some other articles on co-managed IT, how and why it might be deployed. Certainly, you and I are both available for calls if anybody wants to drill into it more. But other than that, I think that's it.
Of course. Well, feel free to give us a call, and we'll go into deeper details. And thank you for viewing. Have a great day, Gar.
Thanks. See ya.